Look, we've had some lean years. There's no doubt about that. So Montreal in 1976 was a tough games for us.
I declare open the Olympic Games of 1976.
Swimming in Australia realised that we needed to play some catch-up to the Americans and the rest of the world. It was the birth of the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra. It certainly played a major part in the resurgence of the sport.
In lane number 3, Stephen Holland, Australia.
We ended up with a solitary bronze medal to a very brave Steve Holland, who was coached by Laurie Lawrence.
I was a young kid. I had bad asthma as a kid. Matter of fact, I had a lung taken out as a kid, half a lung out. And doctor recommended I swim for health. So my dad took the job as manager of the Trebrook Memorial Pool. And it was in those years where Fraser, Conrads, Henricks, autograph please, Dawn. Amazing. As a young kid, growing up in that atmosphere. And seeing the great coaches. I was just soaking up every single thing I can. I loved it. And I started teaching kids to swim.
That's good going. Good leading, you two.
And pretty soon, kids I'm teaching to swim are breaking Queensland records. Next thing, I've got a kid, 15-year-old, Steve Holland, the youngest ever world champion, youngest ever world record holder. Amazing.
There is no easy method. There is no baloney. Look, if you want to be a good swimmer, you've got to work your ass off. Simple as that.
800 metres, tumbles, breaks the world record. That's it for me. I'm up to the grandstand, where all the Yank coaches are. How do you like that, fellas?
That's what we want, mate. I want you to get into a bit of pain. Come on. You're a pussy or what are you? Come on.
The team atmosphere is what shaped Duncan Armstrong.
Oh, good click, man. Professional. I can't remember not being at a swimming pool on Wednesday night growing up in Rockhampton. I got 2 older brothers and an older sister and a younger sister. Mum was the secretary of the local swimming club. Dad was the chief timekeeper. One day I became the fastest swimmer in the Rocky Amateur Swimming Club, and I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Duncan Armstrong wanted to be good. He was a big fish in a little pond in Rockhampton. He came down to me. The first session, I put him against these girls doing kicking races, and they hammered him. He wouldn't take his goggles off. Had his goggles on, and I said, take your goggles off, and he went, because he was crying in his goggles.
You, Laurie.
Anyone break stroke, we start again. No weaknesses, please.
I didn't win a race for 2 years. I came into this workload that I wasn't ready for. He already had a powerhouse squad. Like, he'd had so many champions like Tracy Wickham and Justin Lemberg and Glenn Buchanan and John O'Seaver.
Don't let the boys get away.
Well, he just had this factory of performers that were wearing the green and gold and repping in Commonwealth Games, World Championship, Pan Pacs, you name it. They were travelling the world and they were taking on the best.
Mate, we send the men. They send the men out to war first.
So it took me 4 or 5 years to actually learn the craft that when I got to the Olympic Games, I wasn't crushed by it. Levels of willingness to suffer to get the gains, to be able to compete in that environment.
Everyone's going to have a battle. You got Anthony Moss who kicked your ass here at the Queensland Championships. Jono, I love this. A little bit hard. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Come on.
And every night after training, he lived on a hill.
And I lived on a great hill. Breed Street in Carindale, here in Brisbane.
After dinner every night, he'd get the garden gloves on, pick up the skateboard, go to the bottom of the hill, and his father would walk up beside him as he pulled himself up the hill every night. Every night.
If you're doing 1%ers, it's going to translate into confidence. And that confidence, when the 4-year clock stops and your race takes less than 1 minute and 47 seconds, confidence is everything.
The Seoul Olympic Games brought together mankind's magnificence in culture and arts as well as in sports.
I really got to Seoul and I didn't give a rat's about the culture.
The triumph of the human spirit.
I didn't care about the history of the Olympic Games. I was so primed up for 1 minute and 47 seconds on day one of competition. I was ready and I was completely myopic. I was blind to everything else.
Victory is not everything.
Duncan went into the Olympics ranked 46th in the world. He was the ultimate underdog.
We got to the village 10 days early. I didn't leave the village. I didn't get off my bed except to go to the pool and eat. I was that focused, it was scary. We had this very funny session, 2 days out. Now, in the olden days, there was no internet, so you actually had to go to the pool to watch your competition do their test sets. Everybody's watching all the time. So I'm doing a test set. It's 4 100s freestyle. Usually I'm coming in around 53, 52, right? 52 high, 53 low. I do the first one and we're 50 point. We're 2 seconds quicker on a test set. And Laurie goes, 53. He's standing on the block, 53. What are you doing down there? Come on, mate. And I whip up and I look at him and he goes, they're watching, go with me. And I go, oh, right. Do another push, 51, push off the wall. Pretty much my best time in the 100. So I'm flying. I'm sizzling hot. And he's going, 54, mate, this is the Olympics. You're not going to fit in here. You might as well go home to Australia. This is shit.